this is the best original soundtrack in gaming this year. This year had a lot of good gaming soundtracks, a lot of great jams that you could groove to. Chef, let's start off with you. What were you grooving to this year? What was the best OST?
So God, this is actually like my hardest choice of the entire show. I've been thinking about this literally the entire time because there's just so many different options, and I think actually what I'm gonna go for is like a little bit off the path, but not like nobody's gonna say this, but I'm gonna go with Baldur's Gate 3 as well, because I think that there are a lot of really amazing soundtracks, but Baldur's Gate, they got the ability to, like, because of the game they were making, make this like really cool fantasy, like old-timey soundtrack, which is not something that you normally can get, and it's not something that you can just easily like have somebody who's amazing at making music sit down and just do with their own personal equipment. And so the fact that they were able to do that and it had a really, really good soundtrack that's like not the usual type of really good soundtrack, I think that's my vote.
Man, barred versions.
Fuck yeah. No, that's a great soundtrack. Johnny, how about you? What was the best OST? What were you jamming to this year?
I'm going to have to say hands down. I had actually the opposite effect of Chef here. Sorry, Chef. But Final Fantasy 16, the fits that go off in that battle theme. That battle theme plays over, at least my playthrough, it had to be 1,000 times. I did not get sick of that
Yeah, me neither.
track.
It was amazing.
One bit. The music was amazing. Masao, what's his name? Masayoshi Soken was responsible for the soundtrack for Final Fantasy 14 and all of its expansions when P took over. That soundtrack was phenomenal, and this kid, when he came in and did 16, he freaking spread his wings and he flew. I think the soundtrack was even better than the game, dog. Like, that was a damn good soundtrack. He put his 120% into that soundtrack. Dude, the fits, man. I mean, you ever seen a Final Fantasy soundtrack live at all? I would pay money to go see this one live, like, tomorrow. It's amazing, dude.
Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and echo what Johnny said. Final Fantasy 16 has got to be my OST of the year, too. They always deliver when it comes to music. Square Enix and their Final Fantasy flagships.
And they didn't have Nobuo this time.
Yeah, it's emotionally moving. It's atmospheric. It makes you want to pick up classical instrument and learn how to read sheet music. Like, it's that good.
I want to play French horn now. I don't know why.
Yeah, no, I have no idea. Maybe it's Final Fantasy 16.
You know, even though it wasn't my pick, I'll be honest here, I didn't play 16 yet because I didn't want to pull out my PS5. But we can talk about that later. I will never ever vote against Soken. I can go on record I tweeted literally like 2 weeks ago. I said too early to explore space, too late to explore the world, but just in time to listen to the peak of Soken's work. I actually made that exact tweet because that dude is legitimately like a legend.
He's the future of Final Fantasy. Like, they're in good hands music-wise. They got to figure out that. If they figure out that engine and they get a new Sakaguchi in there, that'll be good.
Oh, fuck yeah, you're right. But hey, you know what? My pick for OST of the year, I'm gonna go a little bit off the beaten path and do a little bit of a sentimental pick, because all the tracks in this one just got my memories churning, because Super Mario RPG Remake probably has the best OST of the year, guys.
Ooh, yeah, that was going to be my honorable mention, too.
Like, Super Mario RPG Remake, bro.
Pretty soundtrack, yeah.
All
was
those...
there a Nobuo?
I don't know if he did the remake, but I think he did the original score. And honestly, guys, all those remixes, all of those remasterings, they're fantastic. You could hear the original tracks upscaled in like they're a little bit clearer, a little bit more HD on the game itself. But I think
made that one, by the way.
Yeah, I think
the Final Fantasy 15 lady and Kingdom Hearts lady made that soundtrack.
Oh yes, yeah, that's who did it. Oh hell yeah!
Wow.
So
yep.
Yeah. I'm on.
So I think that's probably. You know, I think I probably switched it over to the original SNES one maybe twice during my whole playthrough, because just every track felt like correct.
Yeah, the instrumentation, the arrangement, you know, the songs that needed synths got synths, and the songs that needed real like brass instruments and strings got real brass and strings.
And
it's like, especially
what?
if you're familiar with the original.
Pretty good
then,
about
like,
those
yeah.
too. Square's pretty good about when they do a new OST, like for 10 or for any of the Final Fantasies or any game they do. They're pretty good with. That's one thing they will always be good at, and that is music. And when it comes to like going from, like you said, synthesizer to they're going from brass to an actual French horn, dude, they kill it on that end.
Yeah, the pixel remasters for the Final Fantasy games that came out over the last couple of years or so all have really, really good versions of the classic music.
They're really good.
Super good.
Dude, I played 5 with that soundtrack for 5 is so good, dude. The new one that we did for it, it's so good.
Yep, the Final Fantasy music rabbit hole.